Hey Lionheart folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, I use he and pronouns. Today's video, I wanted to go back to memes and I just felt like making a meme review discussion video. So we're going back to memes today, and today's memes specifically are trans related memes. So as per usual, I'm going to be putting the memes on this side, and I'm also going to look down because the meme I'm referring to the memes on this phone, so I'll put the memes here for everyone to follow along with me. First meme is a Seagull meme. It's 4 frames. It's I'm a man. I'm a man. Basically, it's a meme about being misgendered, and the seagull gets angry and be like, I'm a man. Being misgendered is not fun. I was misgendered a lot. When I just came out as trans, and even after I got my short haircut, people unintentionally misgendered me because of people in my life, especially I'm used to referring to me by she, her, and it took time for them to break out of it. Now everyone calls me he, him, but back then, people who knew me before I came out had to adjust to the change in pronouns, so there was a lot of unintentional misgendering. Also, even when people in my life got familiar with it, people outside of my life and people who don't know me refer to me by she, her because of my voice. Basically, back then I had started social transitioning. I got a short haircut, not short like this, but I looked like a guy. Like, I look like a typical guy. I'm not doing this because I don't like, because gender expression did not define gender identity, which is a whole different thing. But I looked like a stereotypical guy. Therefore, people initially looked at me and thought I was a guy, which I found relief in. But the moment I started talking, this was before testosterone, the moment I opened my mouth and started talking and my voice was high, people were like, oh, it's a girl. Oh, it's a female. Why did I say it? That's weird. No. She's a girl. She's a female. And I was referred to by she, her, and seen as a girl. Or woman, per se, because... yeah. Was not fun. And back then I was too scared to correct people either as well, because I was still not out to everyone. I wasn't very confident in my identity. So when people were like, she, or when I had COVID test, and back then there was no online, in 2020 there were like no online things, you just fill out, you go in there, they fill out everything on paper, and there was like gender, or actually sex, specifically gender, sex, I forgot which one they used, and there was male, female, 3 options. First they circled male, they heard me talk, crossed out male, circled female. I didn't fix on me like, hey, I'm actually a trans guy, and male is more super. I don't know if it's gender or sex. I'm pretty sure it's a gender. But they list biological sex, which is also a different issue, which I will not get into. But yes, being misgendered is annoying, and I relate to this angry seagull. Not now, but back then, internally, is this how I felt. Next meme. Pimples, 0. Blackheads, 0. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm trying to like make it interesting. My chances of passing, 0. Just to briefly touch on passing for those of you who have never heard of the word in terms of the transgender diverse context. How I explain passing is being seen as the gender I am. For example, back then, before I went on testosterone, I didn't fully pass as a guy, because the moment I opened my mouth and people heard my high voice, they said, oh, she's a girl. That's an example of me not passing, because people did not see me as the gender that I am. Now I completely pass. People who don't know me say he, him, they say dude, they say sir, they say bro, refer to me as those terms. They do not say she, madam, etc. It's also funny, I just remember a little thing is my partner's sister didn't know I was trans until like a few days ago. I was dating my partner for 5.5 months. Their sister has met me, talked to me multiple times, didn't know I was trans, basically thought I was a cis guy this whole time, and she only recently found out that I'm trans. That is an example of passing. People, she not only saw me as a guy, she thought I was a cis guy, which is quite funny actually, because I'm not. Basically, passing is being seen and treated as the gender that I am. So this meme was definitely relatable back then, before I cut my hair and before I went testosterone. Passing was very hard. Yeah. Third meme. Cis people. Oh my god. Transgenders. That's a completely different issue. We're referring to trans people as transgenders. No. I'm gonna read it in my own way. Cis people. OMG. Transgender people are obsessed with gender. Also cis people. Gendering nuts. Based on stereotypical boy and girl colors of pink and blue, blue being for boys and pink being for girls. It's actually quite funny because there's so much boxing that's like existent within a society. When I say boxing in terms of gender, it's like splitting boys and girls products and stuff that's for men's and women's. I'm like, for example, why is soap gendered? Like, there's soap that says for men. I'm like, it's just soap. Like, anyone, regardless of gender, can use it. Like, why must you? It's like a marketing thing, from my understanding. It's like, soap is soap. Anyone can use it. Why do you have to gender soap? Like, and with like kids stuff or younger people stuff, gendering toys, I'm like, just let the child play with whatever toy they want and whatever they feel most comfortable with. Why gendering everything? And then, not saying all cis people, but the way society sees it as like trans people and all the non-binary genders too as being like problematic in society. And there's like erasure of like trans people and non-binary people and gender diverse people, yet the way society is structured literally genders everything into male, female, boy, girl boxes. A lot of unnecessary things too. I'm like, soap is soap. Just anyone uses soap. It's just soap. Like, no need to gender soap. And the other problem with gendering stuff as man, woman is, for example, I am a man, but I have breasts because I'm a trans guy. And if I went to look at bras, for example, people are gonna look at me and think I'm some creepy ass dude who's looking through bras. They'll think it's creepy because men don't typically go to look at bras because they don't use it. I used to wear bras. I don't really anymore because it's winter and I wear a lot of layers. And if I get top surgery, there's no reason for me to wear bras in summer. But yes, I used to wear bras. Even like earlier this year, I wore bras. But if I went to look at bras at a shop, I'll look like a creep. Because people like me, who look like a guy, don't usually do that. It's sort of not very inclusive of trans and gender diverse people. Because I'm not a woman, but I use bras. I was just getting it right so I don't get the thing mixed up. People said male at birth, who are non-binary or trans women or trans or gender diverse in whatever shape, way, or form may need stuff that are typically marketed for men or males, but they are not men. It goes reverse as well. Alright, next meme. Why am I doing that? I meant to do this and I was pointing that way. There's nothing there. You know, when someone misgenders you, I think I made this face a lot back then when people misgendered me and I didn't feel comfortable saying stuff back or saying, hey, I actually use he, him pronouns and I'm a guy, so if you don't refer to me as a girl or a woman, that would be great. If people did that, I'll be like, I use he, him pronouns. Like, if someone misgendered me, I'll be like, I use he, him pronouns and I'm a guy. But yes, the face is very applicable, not in this, not in just this situation, but a lot of situations, like the government recently sending me a letter under my old name. This next meme is like an iCarly meme. It's like, my body, what you got there? And then Spencer, I think it's Spencer. And there's like an emu next to Spencer, and then the emu's testosterone, and Spencer's like, just a smoothie, nothing here, just a smoothie. Testosterone is a massive game changer in a lot of ways in my life, physically, mentally, emotionally, helping me feel more comfortable in my own body, reducing dysphoria, helping me be seen and treated as a guy, not be misgendered because of my voice. It plays into aspects of like social, my own mental health, physically. It changes a lot of things. And at first my body, I think, was very confused about this testosterone. Like, it took a while for me to start noticing like stuff like the jawline and the muscles and stuff. Voice was progressive. Like, I did notice it deepening a bit after 2 weeks and a month and a half, 2 months. But it's a massive game changer. Now my body's like, without testosterone, it's like, where is the testosterone? I get injections every 3 months, but if I were to stop for, say, whatever reason, stop testosterone, my body would be like, huh? Because I've been on it for like a year and 7 months or something now, and if I just spontaneously stop, my body will be like, what? Where is the testosterone? Where is the testosterone? Because this is my, I don't like the word normal, but this is my baseline now, having testosterone injections every 3 months, and without it, my body would just, I don't know how my body would react, but my mind, I think, would start crashing and just not be in a good space. The second last meme. This one is about trans people in bathrooms, and I'm assuming this meme is more targeted towards trans women in women's bathrooms. The meme says, there's like a child looking under the door at the person in the store, and it's like, hi, just checking if you have a penis or a vagina. I don't want you to make me uncomfortable. As in, the cis person is saying, I don't want, wait, the cis person is saying, I don't want you, the trans person, in the store minding your own business to make me uncomfortable while I'm the one looking under the door and being a perv. The face again. This is the thing I don't get about cis people being so preoccupied about trans people using bathrooms that are affirming to the gender, i.e. trans women using women's bathrooms. They're a woman. They are women. it's a space for women. They belong in that space. It's weird if I, as a guy, regardless of whether I'm cis or trans, I'm a guy, if I go into the women's bathroom, that is incredibly uncomfortable, not just for myself, but I'm pretty sure the women or the people in there. Trans women just want to use the bathroom to do their business and just leave. And I'm saying trans women specifically because this is where I'm assuming this meme is targeting, like trans women in particular. Trans men just sort of like sometimes go invisible in this context because a lot of people just focus on trans women. Sometimes trans men are like people forget that trans men exist. Look, everyone, like, I use both men's and women's restroom. Men's restrooms are a lot more open than women's restroom. Men's restroom have urinals. Sometimes they have that weird divider thing in the middle between them, but some places have no dividers between the urinals and people just stand next to each other and pee in the urinal. There are stalls in the guys' bathroom too, but women's restrooms specifically have no urinals from what I see in Melbourne. Maybe there are some very inclusive spaces somewhere in the world where women's bathrooms do have urinals for people who might need them. But in my experience in Melbourne, Australia, women's restrooms are all individual stalls. People go in there, close the door, do their own business. No one bothers them. They don't bother anyone. I don't understand what the fuck the big deal is about trans women using women's bathrooms. I don't understand what the big deal is. They just want to go and use the bathroom just like everyone who needs to pee and take dumps in the world. Or go in there to wash their hands. Just using the bathroom for bathroom reasons. Everyone needs to go. Like, I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Especially when everyone is in individual stalls with the doors closed and locked. They ain't bothering you. Trans women ain't bothering anyone. I get really annoyed that trans women in particular get treated like they're monsters and pedophiles in the women's bathrooms. Like, no. The last meme is sort of a bonus. It's not trans specific, but like sexuality related. Straight people, listen, I'm not homophobic, but making Elsa gay will make the kids confused about their sexuality. It's not normal. Also straight people, and it's examples of Shrek and Beauty and the Beast and a lady, I'm assuming, and the bee and some other character that I don't know where this is from. Just hearing this, like how LGBT people confuse kids and like convert people into being LGBT and are a bad influence because of their existence and their identity, as in my community, leaving bad impressions and whatnot on kids really bugs me because it's utter rubbish. And if the logic were true, I think I did mention this in a few of my other videos, if the logic was true, then me growing up in a very cisgendered, heterosexual majority society where there was barely any representation for my community, and I grew up more like a lot of my life not knowing about gay people, pan people, didn't learn about trans people until I was in my early 20s. Yet that means, say, 15-20 years of my life, I didn't know about LGBT people. Yet here I am, trans and pan. So if the logic were true, I would not be LGBT. I would be cis and straight, which I'm not. And I've been growing up in this with these ideas of cis and straight are normal most of my life. And look how I turned out. So kids learning about LGBT experiences and identities and knowing about LGBT people doesn't confuse them. People's existence don't confuse them. People may feel confused on their journey of understanding who they are and whatnot. That is okay. But saying that LGBT people existing confuses kids because it's not normal is basically homophobia. Can't just say I'm not homophobic, but you know, your identity is not normal and you confuse all the children. It's like me saying I'm not racist, but proceeds to say the most racist thing ever and the most offensive racist thing ever. It's the same thing. You can't. It's like me saying I'm not heterophobic, but I think straight people shouldn't have marriage equality. Like, people should not be allowed to get married. I'm not heterophobic, but straight people shouldn't be allowed to get married because they're straight. I think this video has gone over the 20-minute mark, but that's okay. Sometimes actually I really make short videos because when I make a video, I think I'm not gonna say much and I think I don't really have much to say, then I start brain dumping everything. But I hope you enjoyed the meme video nonetheless. I really enjoy making these meme videos and I plan to make more. And yeah, if you have any requests for memes or anything you'd like me to talk about, feel free to let me know. I hope you enjoyed the video, folks. Thank you for your support and I will see you in the next video.